Your coffee is secretly keeping you from losing belly fat every single morning, and your doctor probably has no idea why this is happening. If you want to stay healthy and independent as you age, hit that subscribe button right now. We share science-backed health tips like this every single day. Over the past 15 years, I have watched thousands of older adults try everything to lose weight. They cut out meals and they spend hours walking every single day. But that stubborn belly fat just refuses to budge. Here is the thing you need to understand today. As your body ages, your metabolism slows down by about 3% every single decade. Metabolism is just the internal engine that burns your food for daily energy. After age 50, that engine starts to sputter. It does not burn calories the way it used to do. But what if you could flip a switch and turn that engine back on during your morning routine? Today, you will learn the exact 5 ingredients you can add to your morning coffee to burn belly fat 3 times faster. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you are watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we are helping with these health videos. Here is what most people get wrong about coffee and weight loss. People think that drinking black coffee is enough to burn fat because caffeine boosts your energy, but that is a major myth that might be harming your progress. A 2021 study from Harvard University found that caffeine alone only boosts your daily calorie burn by about 4%. That is barely enough to cover a single bite of toast. Even worse, most people put heavy creamer and refined sugar into their morning mug. Those sweeteners spike your insulin level immediately. Insulin is a powerful storage hormone in your body. When insulin goes up, your body locks your fat cells like a bank vault. That means your body cannot burn fat for fuel. Instead, it stores everything right around your stomach. A 2022 study from the University of Michigan showed that adding just 2 tablespoons of standard creamer to your coffee stops fat burning for up to 5 hours. Think about that for a moment. You think you are starting your day with a healthy boost, but you are actually telling your body to store belly fat all morning long. It is time to change that starting tomorrow morning. Let me take you deeper into the physiology of weight loss and aging so you truly understand what is happening inside your body. Your metabolism is not a single entity. It is a complex network of chemical reactions that convert food into energy. This process involves multiple organs, including your liver, your muscles, your thyroid gland, and your digestive system. As you age, several things happen that slow down this network. First, you naturally lose muscle mass. Muscle tissue is metabolically active, meaning it burns calories even when you are at rest. When you lose muscle, your resting metabolic rate drops. Second, your hormone levels change. Testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone all decline with age, and these hormones play a role in regulating metabolism. Third, your cells become less sensitive to insulin. This means your body has to produce more insulin to move sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells. High insulin levels promote fat storage, particularly around your midsection. Fourth, your thyroid function can decline, leading to a slower metabolic rate. Fifth, your activity level often decreases, which further reduces calorie expenditure. This is why losing weight becomes more difficult as you get older. It is not just about willpower, it is about biology. However, you are not helpless. You can use specific nutrients to counteract these age-related changes and boost your metabolism back to a more youthful state. The 5 ingredients I am about to share with you have been scientifically proven to do exactly that. They are safe, affordable, and easy to incorporate into your daily routine. Now let me tell you about a man named Harold. Harold was 72 years old and had been struggling with his weight for over a decade. He had tried every diet on the market. He had gone low-carb, low-fat, and even tried liquid meal replacements. Nothing worked. He would lose a few pounds, but they would always come back, especially around his belly. He was frustrated and embarrassed. He told me, "I feel like I'm doing everything right, but my body just won't cooperate." I asked him about his daily coffee habit. He told me he started every morning with a large mug of coffee with 2 sugars and a generous pour of creamer. I explained to him that his morning coffee was sabotaging his weight loss efforts. The sugar and creamer were spiking his insulin and locking his fat cells. I introduced him to the 5 ingredients I am about to share with you. He was skeptical, but he agreed to try. Within 2 weeks, Harold noticed a difference. His energy levels were higher. He was not craving snacks in the afternoon. After a month, he had lost 4 inches from his waistline. He told me, "I can't believe it. I've been fighting my body for years, and all I had to do was change my coffee." Harold's story is a powerful reminder that sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference. You do not need a radical diet or extreme exercise. You just need to know the right tricks to work with your body, not against it. The first ingredient you need to add to your coffee is true Ceylon cinnamon. Most people think all cinnamon is exactly the same, but that is a dangerous mistake. The common cinnamon you buy at the grocery store is called Cassia cinnamon. Cassia cinnamon contains a high amount of a natural compound called coumarin. Coumarin can be toxic to your liver if you take too much of it over time. But true Ceylon cinnamon is completely different. It is harvested from a different plant, and it is incredibly safe for daily use. Think of Ceylon cinnamon as a gentle traffic cop for your blood sugar. When you eat food, your blood sugar naturally goes up. Your body sends out insulin to clean up that sugar. But Ceylon cinnamon helps your cells absorb that sugar without needing extra insulin. When your insulin stays low, your body can easily burn fat for fuel. A 2020 study from the University of Arizona found that adults over 60 who added half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to their daily routine reduced their fasting blood sugar by 11% over 6 weeks. That lower blood sugar directly led to a 2-inch reduction in belly fat without any extra exercise. To use this effectively, you need to look for the word Ceylon cinnamon on the jar. Do not just buy the cheapest bottle on the shelf. You want to mix exactly half a teaspoon of this cinnamon directly into your dry coffee grounds before you brew it. This allows the hot water to extract the active compounds perfectly. The taste is naturally sweet, so you will not even miss your normal sugar. Let me explain in more detail how cinnamon affects your metabolism. The active compound in Ceylon cinnamon is called cinnamaldehyde. This compound has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity by increasing the activity of insulin receptors on your cells. When your cells are more sensitive to insulin, your body needs less insulin to move sugar out of your bloodstream. This lowers your fasting blood sugar and reduces the amount of sugar that gets converted into fat. Cinnamon also slows down the digestion of carbohydrates. It inhibits the activity of certain digestive enzymes, which means that sugar from your food is absorbed more slowly into your bloodstream. This prevents the rapid spikes in blood sugar that trigger large insulin releases. By keeping your blood sugar stable, you avoid the energy crashes and cravings that lead to overeating. Additionally, cinnamon has been shown to reduce inflammation, which is a key driver of metabolic dysfunction. Chronic inflammation damages your cells and makes them less responsive to insulin. By reducing inflammation, cinnamon helps restore your body's ability to burn fat efficiently. This is why Ceylon cinnamon is such a powerful tool for weight loss. It addresses multiple aspects of metabolic health simultaneously. It is not just about adding a flavor to your coffee. It is about giving your body the support it needs to function optimally. But wait until you see the next ingredient, because it works like a thermal blanket for your internal engine. The second ingredient is organic cayenne pepper. Most people think putting red pepper in coffee sounds absolutely terrible, but actually you only need a tiny pinch and you will barely taste it under the strong flavor of the coffee beans. Cayenne pepper contains a special chemical called capsaicin. Capsaicin is the compound that makes peppers taste spicy. Inside your body, capsaicin triggers a process called thermogenesis. Thermogenesis is just a fancy medical word for heat production. Think of your body like a fireplace. When you take capsaicin, it is like tossing a dry log onto the fading coals. Your internal body temperature rises by a fraction of a degree. To cool itself down, your body has to work harder and burn extra calories. A 2019 study from the University of California, Los Angeles found that capsaicin increases your resting metabolic rate by up to 15% for 3 hours after consumption. That means you burn extra fat while just sitting on your couch reading the morning paper. Let me explain the science of thermogenesis and how it helps you lose weight. Your body is constantly generating heat to maintain your core temperature. This heat production requires energy, which comes from burning calories. Capsaicin stimulates your sympathetic nervous system, which is the part of your nervous system responsible for your fight or flight response. This stimulation increases the release of adrenaline and other catecholamines, which trigger the breakdown of fat cells for energy. The fat is then transported to your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, where it is burned to produce heat. This process is called fat oxidation. The increase in metabolic rate caused by capsaicin is not huge, but it is significant. A 15% increase over several hours can translate into an extra 100 to 200 calories burned per day. Over the course of a week, that adds up to an extra pound of fat lost. Over a month, it can be several pounds. And the best part is that this effect occurs without any effort on your part. You are just sitting there drinking your coffee and your body is burning extra fat. The capsaicin also helps suppress your appetite. It triggers the release of satiety hormones, which make you feel fuller and reduce your desire to eat. This is particularly helpful for seniors who struggle with late-night snacking or overeating at meals. Quick question. Have you experienced stubborn belly fat that will not go away no matter what you eat? Comment yes or no below. To use cayenne pepper safely, you must start very small. You only need 1/16 of a teaspoon. That is just a single tiny pinch between your thumb and index finger. Drop it right into your brewed hot coffee and stir it vigorously for 10 seconds. The capsaicin dissolves beautifully in the natural oils of the coffee. You will feel a warm sensation in your throat and stomach after drinking it. That warmth is proof that your metabolism is waking up and working harder. If you are sensitive to spicy foods, you can start with even less than a pinch and gradually increase the amount over time. Your tolerance will build up quickly. You can also add the cayenne pepper to your coffee grounds before brewing, but adding it to the brewed coffee gives you more control over the amount. If you find the spice too intense, you can add a small amount of heavy cream or coconut milk to mellow the flavor. The key is to be consistent. A tiny pinch every day will provide cumulative benefits over time. But do not stop here, because the third ingredient uses a healthy fat to destroy your bad fat. The third ingredient is pure MCT oil. Most people think that eating fat makes you fat, but that is outdated science. Your body actually needs healthy fats to create hormones and protect your brain. MCT stands for medium-chain triglycerides. These are special types of fat molecules found in coconut oil. Normal fats are very long and complicated for your body to break down. Your liver has to work for hours to process them, but MCTs are much shorter. Think of them like an express train running straight to your liver. Your body does not store MCT oil as fat. Instead, your liver immediately converts MCT oil into ketones. Ketones are an alternative clean fuel source for your brain and muscles. When your body burns ketones, it automatically starts burning your stored belly fat at the exact same time. A 2023 study from Columbia University found that older adults who consumed 1 tablespoon of MCT oil every morning lost 3 times more deep belly fat than those who used standard vegetable oils. Deep belly fat is also called visceral fat. This is the dangerous fat that wraps around your liver and intestines. Let me explain the metabolism of MCT oil in detail. MCTs are absorbed directly into your portal vein and transported to your liver. In the liver, they are rapidly oxidized to produce ketones. Ketones are a highly efficient fuel source. They provide more energy per unit of oxygen than glucose or other fatty acids. This makes them particularly beneficial for your brain, which is a high-energy organ. When you have ketones in your blood, your body shifts its primary fuel source from glucose to fat. This shift is called ketosis. In ketosis, your body burns fat at a much higher rate. The fat it burns comes from your stored fat tissue, including the visceral fat around your organs. This is why MCT oil is so effective for belly fat loss. It directly promotes the burning of stored fat. Additionally, MCT oil has been shown to increase your resting metabolic rate. Studies have found that it can boost metabolism by up to 5% over a 24-hour period. This means you burn more calories even when you are sleeping. MCT oil also helps suppress appetite. It triggers the release of peptide YY and leptin, which are hormones that promote feelings of fullness. This can help you eat less without feeling deprived. If you are looking for a sustainable way to lose belly fat, MCT oil is one of the most effective tools available. Before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. When you buy MCT oil, make sure it is organic and unflavored. You should start with just 1 teaspoon per day. If you take too much too fast, it can upset your stomach. Pour that teaspoon into your hot coffee. Now here is the secret trick. You cannot just stir it with a spoon because the oil will just float on top. You need to use a small handheld milk frother or a blender. Blend it for 5 seconds until your coffee looks creamy and frothy like a gourmet latte. This blending breaks the oil into tiny droplets that your stomach can digest easily. If you do not have a frother, you can put the coffee and oil in a blender for a few seconds. You can also use a mason jar with a tight lid and shake it vigorously. The key is to emulsify the oil into the coffee. This improves absorption and prevents the oil from separating. As your body adjusts, you can increase the amount of MCT oil to 1 tablespoon per day. Some people even use 2 tablespoons, but that is not necessary for most people. The goal is to find the amount that works for you without causing digestive discomfort. But wait until you see the next ingredient, because it targets the main stress hormone that locks fat onto your stomach. The fourth ingredient is raw cacao powder. Most people think chocolate is bad for weight loss because they confuse it with sugary milk chocolate. But raw cacao powder is the pure, unprocessed form of the chocolate bean. It is packed with natural plant chemicals called flavonoids. Flavonoids are powerful antioxidants that clean up cellular damage inside your blood vessels. But raw cacao does something else that is truly amazing for seniors. It boosts a brain chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is your reward chemical. It makes you feel happy, satisfied, and calm. When you are stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is often called the belly fat hormone. It tells your body to hold on to every single calorie because it thinks you are in danger. By drinking raw cacao, you lower your cortisol levels naturally. A 2018 study from the University of Leeds found that daily consumption of raw cacao reduced emotional food cravings by 60%. It also reduced deep abdominal fat accumulation by 9% over 8 weeks. Let me explain the relationship between stress, cortisol, and belly fat in more detail. Cortisol is a steroid hormone that is released by your adrenal glands in response to stress. Its primary role is to mobilize energy so your body can deal with a perceived threat. It does this by increasing blood sugar, suppressing the immune system, and altering metabolic pathways. In the short term, cortisol is beneficial. It helps you respond to acute stress. But when stress is chronic, cortisol levels remain elevated. This chronic elevation has several negative effects on your metabolism. First, it increases your appetite and specifically your cravings for high-calorie, sugary foods. Second, it encourages the storage of fat, particularly in the abdominal area. This is because fat cells in the abdomen have more cortisol receptors than fat cells in other parts of the body. Third, it reduces your muscle mass, which lowers your resting metabolic rate. Fourth, it impairs insulin sensitivity, making it harder to regulate blood sugar. This creates a vicious cycle. Stress leads to cortisol. Cortisol leads to belly fat and insulin resistance, and these factors lead to more stress. Breaking this cycle is essential for losing belly fat. Raw cacao helps by reducing cortisol levels. The flavonoids in cacao also improve blood flow, reduce inflammation, and support healthy blood pressure. The dopamine boost improves your mood and reduces emotional eating. By lowering your stress response, you are removing the hormonal block that is preventing your body from releasing stored fat. To use this in your kitchen, buy organic, unsweetened raw cacao powder. Do not buy Dutch processed cocoa powder because the heating process destroys all the beneficial flavonoids. Add 1 full tablespoon of raw cacao powder into your empty coffee mug. Pour your hot coffee over the top and stir well. It gives your morning coffee a rich dark mocha flavor that satisfies your sweet tooth without a single gram of real sugar. If you find the cacao too bitter, you can add a small amount of stevia or monk fruit sweetener. You can also add a splash of vanilla extract for extra flavor. The cacao blends well with the other ingredients, creating a delicious and nutritious morning beverage. Over time, you will notice that you crave sweet treats less and that your energy levels are more stable throughout the day. But now we have reached the final ingredient, which is the ultimate fat-burning booster for your morning cup. The fifth ingredient is grass-fed unsalted butter. Most people think putting butter in coffee sounds like a heart attack in a mug. But modern science has completely disproven the old myths about healthy saturated fats. When you choose grass-fed butter, you are getting a massive dose of a rare fatty acid called butyrate. Butyrate acts like a healing balm for your digestive tract. It reduces inflammation in your gut lining. Why does that matter for your belly fat? When your gut is inflamed, it sends danger signals to your brain. Those signals slow down your metabolism and cause your body to store fat around your midsection to protect your vital organs. Grass-fed butter also contains conjugated linoleic acid. Doctors call this CLA for short. CLA is a natural compound that explicitly shrinks fat cells. A 2022 study from The Ohio State University found that seniors who added grass-fed butter to their morning routine experienced a 24% increase in fat oxidation. Fat oxidation is just the scientific term for burning fat cells for daily energy. Let me explain the science of butyrate and CLA in more detail. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid that is produced by your gut bacteria when they ferment dietary fiber. It is the primary fuel source for your colon cells. It also has powerful anti-inflammatory properties. When you consume grass-fed butter, you are providing your body with preformed butyrate. This bypasses the need for bacterial fermentation and directly benefits your gut health. A healthy gut is essential for a healthy metabolism. When your gut is inflamed, your immune system is activated, and this activation releases inflammatory cytokines. These cytokines interfere with insulin signaling and promote fat storage. By reducing gut inflammation, butyrate improves insulin sensitivity and supports fat burning. CLA, on the other hand, works by activating specific enzymes that break down fat cells. It also reduces the activity of lipoprotein lipase, an enzyme that promotes fat storage. This dual action makes CLA one of the most effective natural compounds for body fat reduction. It has been shown to reduce body fat mass, particularly in the abdominal area, while preserving lean muscle mass. This is important because muscle mass is your metabolic engine. By preserving muscle, CLA helps keep your resting metabolic rate high. I would love to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Share in the comments. To make this properly, you must buy grass-fed butter. Regular butter from grain-fed cows does not have the same nutrients or fat-burning benefits. It must also be unsalted butter, or your coffee will taste terrible. Add exactly 1 teaspoon of this butter to your coffee along with your MCT oil. Use your handheld blender again to mix it until it is smooth and creamy. The butter balances the caffeine in your coffee. This means you get steady energy all day long without any jitters or energy crashes in the afternoon. The combination of MCT oil and grass-fed butter creates a fat-burning synergy. The MCT oil rapidly converts to ketones, while the butter provides sustained energy and gut-healing benefits. Together, they create a fuel that your body can use for hours, reducing cravings and promoting fat loss. Let us pump the brakes for a second. I am not saying all of this to scare you, but we must talk about safety. While these ingredients are natural and highly effective, they are also very powerful. If you take blood-thinning medications, you must speak to your doctor before adding large amounts of Ceylon cinnamon to your diet. Cinnamon can naturally thin your blood slightly. If you have a history of severe gallbladder issues or cannot digest fats well, you should skip the MCT oil and the grass-fed butter. Always listen to your body. If you feel any stomach discomfort or nausea when starting these ingredients, simply reduce the amount by half. Your health is a long-term journey, and there is no need to rush your body through these adjustments. Additionally, if you have diabetes, monitor your blood sugar closely when you start adding cinnamon to your coffee. The combination of cinnamon and MCT oil can lower your blood sugar significantly, and you may need to adjust your medication. If you have high cholesterol, consult with your doctor before adding butter to your daily routine. While the saturated fats in grass-fed butter have been shown to improve the cholesterol profile in some people, everyone responds differently. Finally, if you are sensitive to caffeine, the addition of fat to your coffee can slow down the absorption of caffeine, which may help with jitters, but you should still monitor your caffeine intake. Safety first, always. So you are convinced, but thinking, how do I actually do this tomorrow morning? You do not need to add all 5 of these ingredients at the exact same time. That would overwhelm your system and probably taste overwhelming too. Start with the simplest option first. Tomorrow morning, just add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to your coffee grounds. Do that for 3 days until your body gets used to the change. Next, add the tiny pinch of cayenne pepper to your brewed cup. Once you enjoy that flavor profile, buy a small bottle of MCT oil and a handheld blender. Add just 1 teaspoon of the oil to your coffee and blend it well. This simple daily routine will take you less than 2 minutes every morning. It fits perfectly into your busy life and does not require you to buy expensive or rare supplements. Let me give you a complete weekly plan. Week 1, add cinnamon only. Week 2, add cayenne pepper. Week 3, add MCT oil. Week 4, add raw cacao powder. Week 5, add grass-fed butter. This gradual approach gives your body time to adapt and allows you to see which ingredients work best for you. You can also adjust the amounts based on your preferences. Some people prefer a stronger cinnamon flavor, others prefer a more chocolatey taste. The key is to find a combination that you enjoy because you are more likely to stick with it. You can also use these ingredients in other ways. For example, you can add cinnamon and cacao to oatmeal, or use MCT oil in salad dressings. The possibilities are endless, but the easiest way is to add them to your morning coffee. It is convenient, delicious, and effective. Look, there is a lot of noise out there in the health world today. You do not need to overthink this process or start a restrictive diet that makes you miserable. Your body will tell you if this is working. You will notice more physical energy in the afternoons. Your pants will start to feel looser around your waistline within a few short weeks. Start with just that cinnamon tomorrow morning. If this video helped you, hit that like button, and if you want more videos like this, Make sure you are subscribed because we post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong.